Hey again everybody, it's Comic Book Hangover with another weekly haul video. I've got some great books this week, some awesome stuff came out, very excited about. But before I do that, I've got some other stuff to talk about real quick, some other books that I got recently. I did get a mystery mail call from Comic Tom 101. I didn't really have time to do a video for it, and I couldn't wait to see what books were in it. So I did go ahead and open up. These are the books that I'm definitely going to keep. There's some other ones that I actually had doubles. They're doubles, so some True Believers and one or two other ones. But I did not have a copy of this. It's nothing special, but it is kind of a cool cover. It's Action Comics 667 from 1991. I do kind of like that cover, so I'll keep it. Why not? Got that. The special variant for the month was a propaganda poster for Empire #1, which is this one right here. It's kind of cool. I may actually read this one. I've got no interest in Empire. I actually don't really care for Marvel events in general because there's so many of them, and there's usually like 2 or 3 of them, it seems like, going at the same time. So I get burned out on them. Actually, I haven't finished. From beginning to end, I have not done a complete Marvel event since, God, it's been close to 10 years now because I'm just not that interested in them. This one, though, I am interested in. This is Wretches #1 from Scout Comics. This is the Comic Tom 101 Peach Momoko variant. And Peach Momoko, she's all the rage lately. Everybody's talking about her books. Now, her stuff is kind of hit and miss. When she misses, it's really not that bad, but it's not the best thing in the world. But when she hits, she knocks it out of the park. And this is another one. I mean, I'm not familiar with this book at all, but I will be checking this out. Just based on the cover. I like the cover. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day for me already. I also got a couple of free comic book day books. Let's see where they at here. Yes. Spider-Man. Haven't read it yet, but I'm planning on it. Because Spider-Man, why not? And then the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund book. Defend Comics. I get one of these every year. It's got some pretty cool stuff in there, but I always get these every year. So that's the peripheral stuff, I guess you could say. So now the meat and potatoes of my pull list this week, starting with sort of a bittersweet one, Middle West #18. This is the final issue of the series. This is a great book. This is a book that I've been talking about since I've been getting it. I've been getting it from issue 1. I have the full 18 issue run. It's an amazing series. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of Wizard of Oz, a little bit of sort of like Lord of the Rings type stuff. It's got a little bit of everything in there for everybody. It's written by Scotty Young. Great stuff. This final issue here it's sort of an essay in psychology. I mean, there's a lot of psychology in this issue when you have Abel confronting his dad, who was basically abusive to him for most of his life, and they finally have a reckoning. They finally have that moment where they put everything on the table. They put all their cards on the table, and they finally make a connection, and they decide where they're going to go with the relationship from there. Now, this is the final issue. I do sincerely hope that we get more, but if we don't, this 18th issue is a great end cap for the story. I mean, all the characters are in great places. There's really no dangling storylines or anything like that. So it's a good cap for the series, but there is enough going on here that we can have more, and I would like to have more. This has been one of my favorite reads since it started. I also grabbed Power Rangers, Ranger Slayer. I think this is the one shot. This is a really thick book. The regular price for this cover was $7.99. I also grabbed, because I always get these, the foil variant. This is a sweet looking foil variant. Now this one here, it's within the continuity of the stories that we have now. So if you're reading Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you pretty much know what's going on with Ranger Slayer. Now this one here, she ends up back in her original universe. Now in her original universe, she's alternate reality. In her reality, for those who may not know, Tommy, the Green Ranger, did not escape the control of Rita. He joined forces with her. They wound up conquering the world. Then he betrayed her and killed her. And there was him, there was Zed, and I think 1 or 2 other people. Instead of working together to try to solidify their control, they wound up fighting. And at the end of the day, Tommy was the only one who survived, and he renamed himself Count Draken, and he took over everything. He has these different parts of his army that are representative of the different Power Rangers, of the original Power Rangers, and the Pink Ranger, who escaped from him along with some other people, including Bulk and Skull. She went to go assassinate him essentially, and he wound up taking over her mind, and she became the Ranger Slayer. She was like the one person that if she showed up, it's going to hit the fan, and everybody just gets out of her way. She eventually, of course, escapes his control, went on these adventures with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and all the other Rangers during the Shattered Grid storyline. And this one here, she goes back to her universe, and we've got the introduction of Scorpina, who has taken sort of Draken's place. We find out that Trini, the original Yellow Ranger, actually had some underworld workings going on, and winds up bringing back an original Power Rangers villain. Well, actually, it's going to be Rita. I'll just let you know right now. She tries to bring Rita Repulsa back, and Rita in this one is really awesome looking. Actually, I really like her. But we get more of how the Ranger Slayer operates. You find out more about her world. We get the introduction of 2 awesome new Zords, including the Grave Zord and the other one, which I call Triple Z. I don't know if I really should. Let's just say I refer to it as Triple Z, and I'm just going to say it's the Zombie Z Zord. That's what I refer to it as, the Triple Z Zord, and it is awesome. You see all kinds of cool stuff. I actually would like to see more stories from the Ranger Slayer's world. Again, I don't know if this is an ongoing, a mini-series. It's not an ongoing. I don't know if it's a mini-series or if it's a one-shot. It works great as the first issue of a mini-series. It works great as a one-shot. But I would like to see more of this one. That was pretty awesome. I did grab Catwoman. Moving on. The rest of this, oddly enough, the rest of what I have is DC. I've got the only Marvel book that I picked up this week was the Free Comic Book Day issue, which is very weird that I've got so much more DC than Marvel. But Catwoman 23, I managed to snag the regular cover. My LCS had one left on the rack, so I was able to get it. Very happy with that. That was a great book. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check it out. The rest of these are going to be Batman proper books. Well, mostly Batman proper books, except for that one here. But first up, you got Detective Comics number 1024, Journey to Joker War. This is sort of wrapping up the Two-Face stories, as the Joker messed with Two-Face and basically made him go even more insane than what he is. Batman gets involved, is able to get Two-Face to work with him to face off against the Talons from the Court of Owls. There's a lot of chaos in this issue, a lot of stuff going on. It's just so much fun. It's excitement. It's comic book excitement. It's great. It's Two-Face in a mech suit teaming up with Batman to take on these Talons. I don't know who the Talons are, but they seem pretty badass. And then you've got Joker in there just sort of manipulating and pulling strings everywhere. It's great. But that's a great read. This is Joker War Collateral Damage, Batgirl number 47. I just grabbed the regular cover, which did remind me of Killing Joke a little bit. And they do reference Killing Joke in this one. So apparently, and I'm probably really late to the party on this, but keep in mind, I don't really follow DC that much. I don't really read Batman that much. This whole thing that I'm doing right now with the Joker War, it's the first time I've really gotten into a whole bunch of Batman books since Nightfall, since Bane broke the bat forever ago. So this one here, Joker needs information from Barbara, and the way he goes about trying to get it is just kind of shows you that he is still sick and twisted, but the Joker has a plan. He has everything mapped out. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to do it. I mean, this is a Joker that is very controlled chaos, and it's even scarier than the Jokers we've had before. But that was a great read. I'm actually going to be sticking with Batgirl through the whole Joker War thing. I think it ends on issue 50, so it's not going to be a huge investment. Issue 50 is the end of the Joker War crossover for her, so I'm sticking with Batgirl because that was actually a really good read. I've never actually read Batgirl before. I mean, I have a couple other Batgirl comics, but I only get them for the covers. So the last book I got this week is the big one, Joker War Begins, Batman number 95. I grabbed that one, and I grabbed the variant cover because that variant cover is hot, figuratively and literally hot cover. So, Joker War Begins. We've got everything hitting the fan. I mean, it's I was talking to a friend of mine about this the other day and kind of giving him a rundown of what's been going on in the Batman books, and when you're talking about everything that Joker has done over the past 10 issues or so, it is just astounding that it's just been in one book. Everything is going on. It's like everything's being thrown against the wall. Everything is hitting the fan. Joker has complete control over everything now. He has control over all of Bruce Wayne's money, over Wayne Enterprises. The stately Wayne Manor has been repossessed. I mean, everything is falling apart. The entirety of Batman's world is falling apart around him, and it's all because of the Joker. Apparently, the Joker has decided that all these years of going back and forth, that it needs to end, and he has figured out a way to finally, he thinks, get rid of the Bat. What he's going to do after Batman's gone, who knows? But this issue here really kicks everything. Now, as far as reading order goes, this is a side note real quick. You want to read this before you read this. If you know, I know I'm a little late to the dance because a lot of these DC books people have already read. People get their DC books on Tuesdays. I get my books on Wednesdays because Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. But you want to read Batman 95 before you read Batgirl 47 because they reference stuff that's happened in here, and it's more of a kick in the face if you read this first. But man, if you're not on the Bat wagon right now, you need to get on it. This Joker War thing is off the scale. James Tynion the Fourth is doing an amazing job. I am so glad. I gotta say, I'm really, really glad I got into his other book, Something is Killing the Children, because if I hadn't gotten into that one as well as I did, and I would be reading this one, because I always want reading this one because he's writing it. I love Something is Killing the Children, so I figured, well, what the hell, why not? Let's jump on this one. Got out of this one with issue 86 before everything really started going, and I'm just so excited. I mean, I'm reading this book, I'm like, holy cow! Almost every page is like, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. But also in this issue, we do get a new Batman costume, which is really awesome. I'm sure everybody's seen it online. It's pretty cool. So that's it. Those are all the books that I got this week. So some great stuff. I mean, the Power Rangers book was awesome. Just the visuals of the new Zords, just amazing. The Batman books, the entire line of Batman books. I mean, you just Catwoman, Detective Comics, Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing. I mean, that's 5 books right there. They're all involved in this whole Joker War thing to some extent. And they're all really good reads right now. I mean, I know Batgirl is ending at issue 50. Nightwing, I don't know, I might end up sticking with Nightwing after this whole thing ends because it's been a really fun read. It's really good stuff. So DC, my hat's off to you. You're doing a good job. This whole thing you're doing with the Batman books, this is it. This is the first time in a long time that I've had this much fun and excitement over a group of books that are so well done. They're very cohesive, and I like that. So thank you. So that's it. That's what I got this week. So everybody, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. Please subscribe. I mean, I'm getting close to 100 subscribers. I would like to try to get 100 subscribers before the end of the year. So thank you for watching. And again, like, subscribe, comment down below. Are you digging this whole Batman Joker War thing as much as I am? Because I'm super excited about this one. And even this thing here, the Batman 3 Jokers thing. I'm going to jump on this one too because this seems really exciting as well. So it's a great time to be a Batman fan, I guess, especially if you're a Batman versus Joker fan because there's some great stuff going on right now. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, and a little bit of an earthquake there. I will see you guys next week. See ya.